Hello, Dr. Stephanie here. Welcome to Relationship Clinic. Question today is, why do relationships fail? Why do relationships fail? And when we talk about relationship, we always imagine in our hearts two different people coming together, and they have different personalities. They have different thought patterns. They have many differences. The best thing we can do in relationship is to celebrate our differences and also agree there are differences in relationship that you must condone. So that brings you to that level of compromise. You must be able to give in at certain times to your partner. Your partner might not be right, and you may be the one right, but because of the vows that you have made to each other, because you are interested in seeing that both of you are unified, are working in unity in everything, that's the reason why you must allow at certain times you give in. Not that you're a fool, not that you're not wise, not that you don't know what to say or what to do at such or at certain times, but because you have agreed to walk in love. Most times people doubt this thing called love, but love is a natural way of living. It's a belief system. It's a belief system. Love is not lost. So that's a different topic for another day, but you have to have it in mind that why relationships fail is because somebody within that relationship have refused to compromise, to listen to the other person. Now, you will not always be right in your relationship, and you will not always be right. There are different circumstances that go. There are different situations that come forth in a relationship. Certain things that come into the relationship that want to, force you into going beyond yourself to relegate your partner to the background. And that's where you miss it. That's when the relationship actually begin to fall. When you take no cognizance of the presence of your partner or what your partner is saying. Sometimes some partners might think that, well, my spouse is not making a point. There's no point in what he or she is saying. But don't you think such a person should be given time, should be given opportunity to speak, and should be even relaxed in the atmosphere of that relationship? Because where will you be yourself if it's not within your love space? That's where you become your natural self. You become vulnerable. So in that place of love, or in that space where you're supposed to be vulnerable, and then you have a partner who is at it all the time to tell you you have no say in this, or you're not making any point in this, or you're not even being recognized. You're not taking cognizance of. Your values are not weighed. Your values are not regarded as being important or relevant to the relationship. At such time, the person withdraws and then begins to walk as if he or she is walking on eggshells. The person becomes too careful. When you're too careful, you're on ease. And what do you attract when you're on ease? You attract disease. You start having certain weaknesses and sicknesses because you withdraw within yourself and you begin to think, meditate, and, converse with yourself rather than converse with your partner. You have conversation with yourself, and then you get angry. You bury all the anger within yourself. That's inviting sickness. So the relationship will definitely begin to fail when a partner has been relegated to the background. When a partner is not considered in certain important decisions. When in building finances, that the partner is not even involved. I know certain places or certain cultures where maybe to buy a house together, to buy a car together, to do things together are not even allowed, or the man will not allow it. The man will feel I have a wife, I paid my bride price, I did everything I had to do for you, so everything you own is mine. There are cultures like that. There are cultures like this, and cultures like this do affect the relationship badly, because now you have not allowed the woman to have a say. And again, when it comes to communication, you find out that certain partners are being told not to speak within the relationship. How will that relationship ever blossom when an individual in that relationship have been relegated to the background and not considered to have any valuable contribution into that relationship? And if we bring it to what God says concerning us, and the law of love even tells us in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, if we start from verse 8 tells us that love never fails. And if you go further down, you find out that not only that love doesn't fail, love does not consider itself. Love is not self-seeking. It doesn't consider itself first, but considers the partner or whoever is there, considers the neighbor first. A partner is a neighbor. A partner is a neighbor. Yes, it's the first neighbor that you see. A partner is the first neighbor that you meet. So it's important what you do. The Bible also tells us to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. But the question will be, do you love yourself? Because if you don't love yourself, then you will not be able to love your partner very well. And that can also cause relationship to begin to fall or begin to fail as well. It will cause that relationship to begin to fail. Many people do not have not embraced love for themselves. You have to be healthy. You really have to be healthy in order to embrace someone else. You have to be healthy in your soul. You have to be a happy being. The Bible talks about the merry heart doeth good like medicine. So you have to have a merry heart, a heart that is full of joy. Joy is a fruit of the Spirit in Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. So all these things put into the relationship will help the relationship grow. Relationship, when you start, is like a seed. And then you have to do the watering of this particular seed for it to blossom and germinate and have good harvest and become a tree that can harbor several other things on it. Then birds come to nest on the tree because they have strong branches. So that's what we expect. And when we do these things, I tell you, the relationship will survive. Relationships begin to fail when we don't give in to each other, when we don't take cognizance of the value the other partner has to put in the relationship in order to give the relationship variances that make it beautiful. Because if it's only you saying everything, only you doing all these things, it becomes monotonous. It becomes monotonous. It's your view, it's your decision, it's your thought, there will be no variances. If you look at the God whom we serve, the God we call God, a God who has many sides, the many-sided God, many folds of God. So God is not monotonous. At various times, in different situations, God unveils himself depending on the circumstances that you meet him. So he unveils himself, and that is how it is when it comes to relationship. He allows the different personalities that we have to begin to exude from us and give color. But now we have to be sure that these different characters that we have, that we're exuding into our relationship, are positive characters that will beautify our relationship, that will give the relationship value. And when that happens, when that is allowed, then the relationship will survive. Thank you for being in the clinic with Dr. Stephanie. See you some other day.